I literally just hit the record button. Can you hear my assistant? Her timing. Chef's kiss. Reese, come on. She doesn't like lawn care equipment. Clearly, she likes it au natural out in there, but I prefer to keep things a little trimmed. It is very hot out here, guys. It's like 10 o'clock in the morning, and I'm already drenched. I weed whacked about 10 square feet, and I am swimming in sweat. Anyways, today we are going to talk about a weed whacker I've been using. It was a gift that was given to me a couple seasons ago. Let's try this somewhere else. All right, let's try this again. Before I get started, if you're new to my channel, please do subscribe. It's going to help me out a lot. I'd like to, man, I don't know. I've been doing this for about 9 months, maybe more, and I'm stuck right now. And I definitely need you guys, any existing subscribers, tell your friends to help me out. Subscribe to the channel. It'll definitely put me in a better place. But anyways, let's get to it. Today, I'm going to talk about a gift that I got about 2 years ago. This is an electric string trimmer. It's the Husqvarna 115IL. Is that what it is? Yeah, 115IL. And I'm going to talk a little bit about it. First, I got to change the string on it. You know, the one thing I do like about this string trimmer is that it is much easier to swap out than, say, some of the trimmer heads that you have on your, I have a Ryobi string trimmer as well, but any of those types of string trimmers, the trimmer heads on those things are so frustrating to get working. This guy is a lot easier. If you don't know what I'm doing, it's hard to tell because it's down there, but I have a really long coil of trimmer string. I'm just evening up the two ends, and I'm using my foot to stomp down on the string so that it gives me an anchor. I can pull these to even. And then I just run my fingers up, and I know that this is the exact center point between these two slinky messes. Alright, so now what I need to do is I need to identify which way to coil the string trimmer. Now if you pay attention, I'm going to try to get this on here. Right here, focus, there we go. Right here, you'll notice it tells you which way to hook the string and wind it up. So now I just need to hook it right onto that little piece right there, and then just start turning, and that's it. I just do this until it's done. Okay, trick number 2. This little piece, we have to line this guy up so that the strings fall into those respective little slots. And now I can just tuck them behind just so I can hold it all together. And you'll notice here, there are slots here where the strings go, and then perpendicular to those, these are the little hooks that'll hold this whole thing together. So these little moon-shaped slots, you have to line up with these little moon-shaped hooks here. And that's it. That's it. That's all you got to do to change the string on this. What's really nice is if you want to, this thing is a little stiff, but you can use that to shorten it up if you are of the height of, I don't know, 4'2". I don't know what height you would be, but it's good for storage as well. I stretch it out as far as I can because it is most convenient for me. So that's just a quick tip. I'm not going to drag you guys along for this one, at least for changing the strings, but I will make a couple of comments about the performance of the Husqvarna 115 IL.
A few moments later.
Alright, now that I am covered in sweat and grass clippings and everything else, just a few words about this weed trimmer. I've had it for quite a while, and so I've really had an opportunity to get comfortable with it. And I will say, as sort of like a beginner weed trimmer, it's great. It's really great. It's simple. You don't have to worry about changing oil or bad gas or any of that kind of stuff. You know, you plug in your battery, you hit the power button, and you're off to the races. Once you start getting up into, I would say definitely for professional work, it is not great because for the same reason it's not great for, let's say, like a property like mine right here. It's fine for trimming around the house, doing some quick edging or whatever you got to do, but when I want to do the full job across the entire property, that trimmer just doesn't cut it. Even with 2 battery packs, it doesn't cut it. You can get a good 15-20 minutes of just hard run time, and either the battery's going to die after that 20 minutes, or it's going to get hot and nothing will happen when you pull the trigger. I've had times where on a hot day, I'll be working with this trimmer and it'll be down to, you know, maybe 50% or 30%, somewhere in that range, and it'll just stop working. Which is really frustrating. You know, you're almost done, you got a couple bars left on there on the little, you know, charge meter, and it just stops. You hit the trigger and nothing happens, and you wait 30 seconds, wait a minute, just standing there picking your nose, and then you try again, and then all of a sudden it kicks back on. And here's the weird thing: as long as you keep your finger on that trigger and you just don't let up on the motor, it will continue to run and run and run until the battery is dead. If you let up on it and then press it again as you walk to the next spot that you need to trim up, maybe it'll start back up again, maybe not. I don't know if that's a flaw with these string trimmers. I don't know if that's by design. I suspect that it's by design so that you don't overheat the batteries or overheat the motor, or there's probably some mechanical reason for it. It's a little frustrating. It's coming from someone who, I have a gas trimmer. I don't use it as much. I will say this Husqvarna is my primary trimmer. I will use it until it starts acting all flaky like this, and then I'll transition to the gas trimmer, because the gas trimmer, it's a Ryobi, it's not great. I have this love-hate relationship with lawn equipment, as you can tell. It does the job, it's okay. It's just the carburetor is poorly tuned, and I've tried to tune it, and a lot of these newer carburetors, they don't even let you tune them. So over time, they just get gunked up. There's nothing you can do about it except buy a new carburetor, which costs about as much as buying a new trimmer. That's a video for another time, but for now, I will say this Husqvarna is my primary one for that reason, because I plug a battery in there, and I'll show you the battery. I doubt you'll be able to see the charge on it though, because it's just... That's another thing, the little meter on here, it's almost impossible to read that meter in really bright sun, which, when else would you be weed trimming, you know, weed whacking? But Yeah, and that too. That feels good when you do that. It's got a little spring load in there. You put that in there, click it in, feels like you're loading a cartridge. But it's a good trimmer. I don't have any major complaints about it other than that one complaint is it's got some finicky like overheat protection or something like that, where you'll have 50% on your battery and it'll just stop working because maybe it just got a little too hot or whatever, which has never been a problem with any gas trimmer I've ever used. I don't know if this is a common thing with a lot of these battery trimmers. You guys let me know, drop me a comment down below. Do you think this is a flaw in the Husqvarnas? Do you think just this particular one is maybe overheating prematurely or something? Or do you think, I mean, it is hot out here. Or do you think I should just like abandon all of these guys, get myself a nice 2-stroke trimmer, maybe an Echo or something, and just call it a day, and just scrap the rest of all of these all of these trimmers? I don't know. You guys let me know. Drop me a comment down below, and let me know what you think. Anyways, I'm gonna get out of here. I got more work to do. I'll see you guys on the next video. As always, you guys be good, and I'll see you on the next one. Come on. Brain fart. It's too hot. I don't even know how to turn the video off. Help me out, guys. How do you turn this thing off?